Fortnite has banned gooning. What have we come to?
Nothing.
You're telling me that I paid all that money for all those Ariana Grande and Sabrina Carpenter skins, and I can't even goon to them?
You already said the wrong skins,
Not even that.
bro. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, the Nicki Minaj?
No.
We're talking Fortnite, not Call
You know
of
what?
Duty,
It's
but-
probably good you don't know what we're talking about because, like, Fortnite kind of sucks. I'm only playing it with my cousin.
What are you talking? You know that those are all skins in Fortnite, right?
Yeah, the wrong ones.
Yes, but that's not the thing. The OCs are the best ones.
You did not mention Chun-Li at all, and I'm disappointed.
I mentioned real people.
So?
No, I was just referring to gooning like the actual celebrities that they put in the game.
See, that's weird because you're basing it off of real people.
Yeah, nobody does that.
But the
bro.
real
I'm
people that are in the
sorry.
game.
No, you're the weird one, Oscar.
All right, fuck you. Keep your 2Ds in.
Thank you. All for me. More for
Look, if people were gooning to those characters, Oscar, why aren't they on this thumbnail I saw next to Chun-Li?
You check the other sources, like the Fappening? I mean, they got to be
The
there.
Fappening? That was an event.
Not the
Big
Fortnite
dog.
version of them, but, people like them. People want them.
You mean DeviantArt?
Of course. No, not Blender, of course. Blender.
What's happening right now?
Anyway, the emotes have been censored.
No, not censored, just unusable.
So there are certain emotes that you can't even use?
You can't use them like next to another person. If you're too close to another person, the character just shakes their head.
Oh, you mean like all of those old like TikTok reels and shit that you would see of like characters doing emotes on Chun-Li and like eating her butt and stuff like that?
Yep.
Yeah, not Ariana Grande, not Sabrina Carpenter, not whoever else
Yeah,
you
get-
said.
They
Get the
could
fuck
do,
outta
they
here with
could
that
do those
shit.
to those skins, just so you know. They just haven't done it. You just only see.
Yeah,
them
there's
on
a
Big
reason. Yeah.
Now you can't.
It's okay, guys. It's okay. Because we still have Marvel Rivals.
Oh,
Thank God for Marvel Rivals.
I don't know if people are still playing that game, but yeah, that's still there. Thor has an emote where he's drinking. He kneels down and he scoops some water in his hand and drinks it. So you could do that next to the
Oh, they know what
next to the emote where like Psylocke or someone else is like in a pool.
oh yeah. They know what they're doing. One of the last great bastions of gaming. Yeah, for like 20 minutes.
I haven't played Rivals in a while, but the last time I logged in just to see what was going on, there is so much. Main battle pass. Here's a mini battle pass. Guess what? Here's another mini battle pass. Play them all, please. Buy them, please.
I read it was because of Roblox. That they're Epic Games is quietly like disbanding the goon sensation in Fortnite.
Enough about gooning, though.
What's next?
Yeah, what's next? Yeah.
Really?
Enough about gooning. There will never be enough. You know that for a fact.
Yeah.
They'll find some way around it.
All right, enough about gooning for one episode. What else is going on?
Speaking of gooning, I've been watching a lot more Gintama.
Yes.
Are you like getting into it now?
Yeah, I think so. I just passed that part where it's like early on still, but they had that festival, and then that dude from Gintoki's past came through, and he was gonna kill everybody with the robots, with the inventor.
Yes.
And that was cool. I saw like a little bit of, I guess, the realness,
Mm-hmm.
like just come out just for a little bit, even though it was still kind of slapsticky comedy, kind of. But Gintoki was about to draw his sword, and the guy was like,
Tasagiri, right? Or
Yeah, Tasu, whatever his name
Tasu.
is. That was cool. After that, I'm still like, man, guys, if I would have watched this like maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I would be a lot more into it. But now I'm like, I'm not calling it shit, but I have to wade through a lot of it in order to actually like get to the parts that I want.
Well, you don't
know?
like caca jokes anymore?
It's funny, dude. That shit's still funny, but it's such like a like it's such a shocker when like it goes from like a gag episode to like an actual
A real episode.
a real episode, lore and all that.
So I'll tell you this, Jerry, because I only read it. I never watched it. Going through the manga reviews with Grant about it, we learned that the anime, as far as the humor and the jokes go, it pushes more into the raunchiness and a lot more references than it does in the manga. That might be where like that imbalance comes from, is that like they just push harder on the gags and stuff, because I believe Gintama aired like late night, like at 11 or something out there. it was hitting like the older audience, you know, the businessmen coming back from the bars or whatever. So I'm sure
The Adult Swim culture, I see.
yeah, basically. Yeah, because there's like an episode where it's an alien that looks like a demon that owns the garden shop.
Oh yeah, the fucking botanist.
Yeah, and let me tell you, it is like so much more raunchier than it was in the manga. It's crazy.
Yeah, I remember that episode because they go to a bathhouse and that's how like they introduce themselves to this guy.
Yeah.
It's so funny, dude. It's so... What episode are you on now?
Okay, so I just finished the one where they had to disband that underground fight club with the Shinsengumi. There was a demon in there, but it was just some dude, samurai in a mask, and he had a bunch of kids that he adopted, and he was trying to get out of it, and then the Odd Jobs crew came through with the Shinsengumi, and they took the whole place out. Right now, I'm on episode 30. So far, I'm like, it's a little bit of a slog. When I actually pay attention to what they're saying, it actually gives me a laugh enough so I can continue on. There's a lot of booger jokes. You know that Japanese thing where they stick a finger in your ass? There's a lot of that too.
Yeah.
For a lot of these slapsticks, it really hits home when you like get to know like the character a little bit more too. I don't know. For example, I think we've mentioned him a couple of times, but there's a ninja that Gintoki meets eventually, like at like a 7-Eleven or something like that, and the whole episode just revolves around them wanting to read the last issue of Shonen Jump.
Akumaru Jump,
Yeah.
actually.
Akumaru Jump. Sorry, well, and yeah, like the whole episode is just them like going back and forth trying to get this issue to read. At one point, I think they're both on like on like a vehicle, or one of them is on a vehicle. Like Gin, he's like on a bike or something. The ninja dude somehow ends up getting hurt. Like I think he ends up getting tapped on the butt, like what we were just talking about. Mm-hmm. But that's like the very first time that you find out he has hemorrhoids.
Yeah.
Okay. See, it's stuff like that makes me push through, because it's... I don't know, man. That... Would you guys call it adult humor? Because that shit's like... I've seen little kids do that kind of shit. That's funny as hell.
Well, that's the thing with Gintoki. It's even though he's older, like much older than Kagura or Shinpachi, like he's still trying to be like just like a child, basically, with all his dumb smirks and his jokes and all that. You know, because he's really just trying to enjoy the youth that, you know, he really didn't essentially have.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to apologize, Oscar. You're correct. It is Shonen Jump that they're trying to read.
Sweet.
But the joke is they finally get it, and they look and like, oh, it's Akumaru Jump. God damn it.
Yeah, it's such a good show. You can literally do it at any pace. I don't really think that there's a wrong answer there.
Yeah, I think that's the slog that I'm trying to get by. It follows the formula with new season, new intro, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Sometimes they get a new intro before this. Well, actually, yeah, for the most part, yeah, you're right. Because most of their new seasons start with a new intro.
I just hit season 2 then.
Oh, okay.
So we're pushing through for sure.
And I forget at what point they do it, but there's going to be moments where they have a failed opening, and I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yeah. That sucks though, because I give it one honest listen through, and then like I skip it.
I mean, that's fair. I don't listen to intros at all.
Yeah, they've really fallen off for me. Not all of them, but most of them.
The last episode, I'll listen to it again, but if it's like somewhere buried within the season, I'm probably gonna miss it for sure.
One thing I will say for the anime is that I think the voice actors do a great job. Just like from the clips I hear and stuff, like they're hilarious. They really capture the energy.
They give it their all. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I like Shinpachi a lot because he's just screaming most of the time.
Yeah, I feel like Shinpachi is like our POV character basically because he's the most normal.
Exactly. I was watching it the other day. I'm like, man, this guy really is just like our eyes in this world.
Wait till you see the movies. Or not really. You don't really have to wait till the movies, but like later on in the series, one of the running gags about Shinpachi is that he's just such a bland character that his clothes make up more of a personality than he does. And so one of the biggest jokes in there is sometimes like he'll be missing, but his glasses will be there, and you can still hear him talk, but just through his glasses.
There's that one, they broke the fourth wall, I think, where it's like, how come all the characters always have the same clothes?
Oh yeah.
For this episode, everybody's gonna have different clothes, and it was a beach episode, so I'm like, I guess it counts. I guess it like matters? Question mark. It's stuff like that where they sort of break the fourth wall, and then, like you said, caca jokes are always funny too.
They have it all, man. They got heart, they got fights, they got caca jokes.
It's really what I want in an anime. Don't take yourself too seriously, but when it gets serious, just go all out.
Awesome, man. I finished Gundam 0079.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
and it was 42, not 46 episodes. I think it was 56 was the original plan. They got cut short because the views were not pulling.
Yeah, some Gundams I feel like it's hit and miss. Like especially back in the day. I don't know. I'm basing it off of Gundam Seed, and I could not stick with that one.
I watched Mother's Basement. Good old Jeff Thu. He had a video a few months ago. It was called I think it's the most important anime of all time or something. And he's making a lot of arguments for series, and then he talked about Gundam and how like it just wasn't pulling numbers like they wanted it to, so they had to cut it short so it gets the rushed ending. That was going to be the end of Gundam until Bandai came in and said, hold on, what about model kits? And now we have Gundam as we know it because of that.
Namco coming through with the fucking Gunplas. Hell yeah.
I think like the kits were good enough. They even got their own like anime based off of it. Like there's a whole universe based off of fucking
Build Fighters?
The
micro ones? The
Build
SD
Fighters.
ones?
Oh, dude, no, Gundam SD is its own monster, dude. It's insane.
I might be mixing Monster Hunter, but Build Fighters Try or something like that.
I know it got like
I
a
don't
couple
know.
series.
Yeah, I think there's a continuation series. It's like the main character for that series, and then he's in a secondary series that spins off from that. Because I think that there was a girl involved in that show too, and she's pretty popular.
The Anno Domini timeline has the 8th Gunpla World Tournament, Gundam Build Fighters. Yeah, exact. Gundam Build Fighters Try, Build Divers, Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, Battle Log, Gundam Breaker Battle Log, Gunpla Builders Beginning, and that's all the chart tells me.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't even know if these are these actual fucking. Yep, they're all anime. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that like the savior of I guess Gundam is actual build kits. So much so that they made anime out of them.
I finished the series. For me, it was okay. I thought it was fine. Like again, I still don't have like a favorite character just because like everyone is so like bland. And yeah, the ending definitely feels a little rushed because so much is happening at the end. And like it's very obvious that like he probably wanted like 10 extra episodes or whatever to flesh out the whole new type thing, because it's never mentioned until like the final like section of the series, and it's like, oh man, like it all just popped up like at once basically. And I don't know how I feel about it. Like maybe because it was rushed, like I'm just not a big fan of like new types or whatever. But we'll see. I'm gonna dive into Zeta next. According to Mother's Basement, that's finally the series the creator wanted to put out with the first series, but he couldn't.
It'll get pretty intense, not immediately quickly, but I think I got up to like episode 20 or 30, one of the between that, and right before then, yeah, there's already a point where you get to see what's going on with like Camille and like his backstory. They go into his exposition and like how he came to be in the colony, and then of course like who his parents are and all this other stuff. There is one particular scene right after a battle, and I'm just like, holy fuck, that sucks. That's intense. I won't ruin it for you, but somebody definitely dies, and it's cool.
Okay. Yeah, the coolest thing about Zeta I learned from that video is they got the profits from all the model kits for 79, and they used a portion of it to fund the animation for Zeta. Just from the clips I saw, I was like, oh yeah, it's so much more fluid and dynamic compared to just the stiffness of 79. Like that was a good idea. The best part of 79 was Char, because he was always cool when he was on scene.
Are you looking forward to more Char?
Better be
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I don't. Where are you watching them again?
It was on Crunchyroll.
I think they have the main ones that you need to watch, right, for that universe. I think Char's Counterattack should be on there. If it's not on there, it's definitely on Netflix.
So when I finished it, I was just letting the credits roll, and it was like, oh, here's what you should watch next. And it was Char's Counterattack. And then I asked my buddy, I was like, hey, should I just watch this before Zeta? And he's like, hell no, don't do that. You're going to ruin it. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I told him, he's like, damn, I feel bad for people that fell for that.
Yeah, because there's still a lot more exposition before you even get to that point. Because I think it'll definitely ruin a lot about who Char is and where he comes from and his own mission. Aside from what you already saw in like the first series.
And yeah, I guess like the latter half of the show, I kind of just used it as a background show because like I would pay attention to the important stuff, but most of the time I'm like, yeah, I could just like play Balatro or like do something else while this is playing. Cause
did you have like a favorite battle or anything? You said most of it was just kind of blip, but I mean, the last time we talked, we didn't really talk about Lila because you didn't really see that part
Layla,
yet.
yeah.
You know, there's just kind of a lot. I think you might have also seen Big Zam.
Yeah, I saw Big Zam. That was like, it looks cool, but like I didn't really care for it.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it's a big doohickey. Come on.
The concept of Big Zam, super cool. The way that thing looks, I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I mean, Layla was fine, I guess. Like, I feel like she was just cut short due to time constraints, which kind of suck. I was like, oh, dang, she dies? That's crazy. And my friend's like, dude, that's the most important thing to happen in the timeline. I was like, wow, could have fooled me.
Yeah, so many things would have happened if she didn't die.
I guess so, yeah.
Well, just think about it from the standpoint of, like, what happened right after, right? Like, where did Char go? What did he do in the Earth base versus, like, what Amaro did and what he was doing? I think, I think it was towards the end. If it wasn't for those kids just kind of fucking around and like leaving when they were on the Earth base, I think they were in Africa. I don't remember exactly, but there was someone in the Earth base, and then like Char or somebody had like planted those bombs or whatever. There's definitely a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't feel like she was that important of a character, but again, like she didn't really have a lot of screen time, and then now she's piloting some fighters, and then you know she has that moment with Amuro. Again, like I feel like there just wasn't enough time planned out for her to be more fleshed out because Amuro's reaction's pretty it's pretty intense, and I guess because they're just new types or whatever. I don't know.
It's because he liked her.
He never even met her.
So for some reason,
like he met her once.
Okay, but for some reason, she had to be both the love interest of him and Char's at the same. Char's at the same time.
I wouldn't say she was a love interest for Char.
Okay, but they liked each other.
That does not mean love interest at all.
I don't know. I would say that she was definitely a love interest.
Because I mean, Char literally says like, "Think of her as my sister."
Oh, I don't remember him saying that.
Yeah, some of the Xeon soldiers asked like, "Well, who even is this?" He's like, "Oh, think of her as my sister, guys." He had a lot of love for her. And, like, he was, you know, of course, sad that she died. But, yeah, like, I wouldn't say love interest. And, like, even for Amuro's sake, like, Amuro's just a child. Like, he was in love with Matilda, you know, and then she dies. And, like, he was, like, heartbroken over it.
Yeah, that part more or less just kind of shows how, like, I don't want to use the word immature, but it's just, like, how much of a child he is, quite literally. And in the throes of a war, you know?
Yeah, big, strong, adult woman in charge. Yeah, that's hot. I'm quoting Amuro, by the way.
It's military mommy with that mommy might.
But yeah, I'm still going to give Gundam another chance here and see what else is going on in this world.
He's going to watch all the shows. And then if he skips G Gundam, I'm decapitating you. I don't know.
I think I'm going to watch them all, even the bad ones. I've watched worse stuff.
Oh, if you're going to watch Seed, that's crazy. You're going to be bored to tears, man.
I've watched
watch
worse stuff.
And you liked it?
I don't know if I liked it, but I finished it.
I can give a fuck about Seed, man. But that's already enough for me to stop, dude.
I finished a book the other day.
Which one?
Nice.
I don't have any real plans to read like specific books right now. I was like, yeah, let me jump around and read what I want to read for once. So I read The Lost World by one Michael Crichton, his sequel for Jurassic Park.
Nice. Going
in, there was two sides to this. One friend really enjoys it. The other friend wasn't a fan. The main reason is because like Crichton he wasn't planning on writing this book. Spielberg approached him and said, please write a sequel so we can make Jurassic Park 2. And I'm here to say I liked the book. It was pretty good.
That usually never goes well if if writers want another book just for another movie, I think, or anything else.
This was Crichton, like, essentially remaking the original novel, The Lost World. Right, there's a lot of similar moments and stuff about it, the same basic concept. It was good. I mean, like, if you didn't read Jurassic Park, I think you're fine with just jumping into this, because there's enough vagueness in there, and that's kind of the point for it, because the only returning character is Ian Malcolm, and it's all basically, like, he's pretty just hush-hush about being on the island and stuff. And he just plays it off that he's never been there, and then he barely brings it up when they finally get there and see the dinosaurs. So it's like, oh yeah, you could just jump in fine. Like, this is like its own separate thing, essentially. But I did think it was very funny how, reading this, I was like, wow, the movie is very different from this. Because it's like, okay, you want a sequel to Jurassic Park? I'll make a sequel. Yeah, since you're not going to adapt the whole book, I'll just make it so you can't adapt it again.
Take that.
And again, like, if they just abandon the movie route for dinosaurs and just go like HBO or like, you know, like some high-end limited run show for this, would do so much better. Because gosh, there's so much good stuff in the books that get left on the floorboard.
So in the books, does the dinosaurs like bite anybody's head off? We get like really intense gore or anything like that?
I mean, it's definitely explicit a little bit. Like, nothing too intense compared to the books, I want to say. Or to the movies. There was one scene that is not in any of the movies. Damn, how come they didn't put this in any of the films so far? Like, this is good, because this reminds me of the first Jurassic Park movie and, like, how scary the dinosaurs are. Right? It's all quiet and intense while these dinosaurs are just staring at you.
Just something that's just quiet as shit out there, and all you hear is just rustling. Fucking dinosaurs moving and ground. I'll fucking. You can't even piss yourself, because then they would smell you and you'd immediately just fucking fuck yourself. Like, there's really no way out of the situation.
Yeah, like, it was the middle of the night, and like they're trying to find something, and so one of the guys go out and he's looking in the distance, and like there's moonlight, but it's still like pretty dark, and he's like, are those bushes moving? Like, what's over there? Can't really tell. And then like someone turns the building lights on, and then you look, and it's I believe they're called the Carnosaurs. Right, they're like the smaller T-Rexes with the horns.
Sure, I don't know about dinosaurs.
Oh, did you ever watch Dinosaurs from Disney?
No.
Okay, never mind. But they're big predators, right? And there's two adult ones just standing there staring at him. Their skin has like chameleon properties, but it's just way faster. It's almost instantaneous, because like the light shines and like you see like their neutral skin color, and then immediately fades back into their surroundings, and they're just standing there just waiting. And then they slowly walk over to the building and like try to get him, and it's just so intense, because as I'm reading it, like I'm like, I don't think they're making any noise, because no one else is hearing anything outside in the other building. I'm like, this is fucking intense, dude.
There's only a thriller, like one of those kind of things, only a thriller that you as the reader would know, like it's about to happen, like shit is about to get so bad so fast.
Yeah, chaos theory, buddy. I still enjoy the film, and I think that's okay.
Never seen it.
You know who's in that movie?
Who's in that movie?
Vince Vaughn.
Really?
Yeah. Would not expect him to be in this, but there he is.
Does he die?
You know, I don't remember. It's been so long.
Vince Vaughn.
I think Vince Vaughn will always be that actor where I'm like, what the hell is he doing over here?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what he's doing. He's about to fuck somebody's mom.
He has that new show that's out. Or I say new, but it was probably like a while ago.
He's got a new show? What?
I think it was on Apple.
Oh, I have not been following anything that he's been doing.
Yeah, Bad
all.
Monkey. Yeah, it came out last year.
If he doesn't have one of the
Bad
Wilson
Monkey.
brothers in it, honestly, it's just probably not a good thing.
He's a former Miami Police Department member turned health inspector. And then now he investigates a case involving a human arm.
Sounds interesting. It sounds Joel McHale and Animal Control interesting.
John Malkovich is in this show.
Whoa.
It's like the only other name.
Okay,
I
it might
recognize.
be pretty decent. It might be pretty decent.
Well, he's pretty low on this list, so I don't think he's a main character. Oh, Zach Braff is in it too.
Ooh.
No way.
Yeah.
That's all you had to say. I want to watch JD. Sure, man.
Rob Delaney is in this film. Do you know who that is?
That sounds familiar.
He plays Pete in Deadpool 2 and 3.
Oh, everybody loves Pete.
Pete was like the neighbor guy, right?
No, he was the car insurance guy that Wade was working with in Deadpool 2, and then he
Yeah.
he brought him along to join X-Force. And then in Deadpool and Wolverine, he puts on the Deadpool suit and he's a Pete Pool. And everyone's
Hell
like,
yeah.
"Oh, it's Pete! Oh, we love Pete." Jerry, did you watch that trailer for Return to Silent Hill?
Yes, I did. Follow-up question?
Just remember, I want you to remember, Silent Hill 2 Remake was created because this movie is coming out.
Same universe?
It's Silent Hill 2, isn't it? It's the movie's supposed to be about James.
Yes.
No. Yes? Shut up.
You didn't. I thought you watched the trailer.
I did, but I just watched it like thinking it was like the first Silent Hill, as in like just its own fucking thing.
Yeah, it's about James going back because of his letter.
Oh my! We're gonna have Eddie. Oh my god,
Yeah, that fat sack of shit.
dude. The girl? Yeah, the girl playing Laura did the mocap for the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh, she did.
Yes,
She
she
did.
did. Well, Christopher Gaines. What else did he make? He made the Necronomicon.
He has a movie called Brotherhood of the Wolf from 2001, and I look at the thumbnail, I'm like, this looks like a shitty YouTube fan video for Bloodborne. I'm like, I'm all for it. And you know what else he directed? The original Silent Hill movie.
That movie was cool.
I'm gonna keep my mind open. Of course, I'm gonna watch it because it has Silent Hill in the title. But you know, I'm keeping it open.
Yeah, now when I say that movie looks good, I mean the visuals look good.
Yeah.
Now it being an actual good movie is a very different conversation.
Cause I don't. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll watch it. I think it kind of sucks more because you know we all kind of know what happens in the game. Me probably more than you two. So with that said, I'm probably heavily biased on how this film is gonna be. I'll still give it a shot. Like fucking, I watched Until Dawn, and
Dude, we watched Raccoon City or whatever the hell that movie was called.
oh yeah, we did. Oh my, you still owe me $12.
We
dude.
paid money to Adam can pay you back. We saw that shitty ass Resident Evil movie.
Did you guys ever see the Monster Hunter movie?
No, I need to.
No.
though. I have it here.
Yeah, especially now that we played it, we probably need to watch it.
I wanna see Mila. Was it Jokovic, right?
Yeah.
Jovovich.
Mila Jovovich. I need to see how she does in every single Capcom series made movie.
You're kind of right.
Hey, never forget though. She got a skin in World, and it didn't look that bad.
I don't remember seeing that. Oh, but I stopped playing World by the time that movie came out, though.
Dude, we got freaking Tony Jaa in it, Ron Perlman, and Ti. Like, talk about a cast, buddy.
As long as Will.i.am's not going to be in it, just like the fucking X-Men movie.
Hey, show
So
some
what
respect,
was it?
dude. That was X-Men Origins.
I really liked his character, and I really liked his power, but I fucking hate that they just kind of gave him, they kind of just pushed him to the fucking side. Like, don't get me wrong. I say not to put him in the movie because obviously he's going to steal the whole fucking show.
Did you know he shows up in the Origins game as well?
Oh, really? Like they put him in the game?
Because like the game doesn't take place in the movie. It's like in some different thing. You show up at some camp and Will.i.am is there, and that's where you see Mystique. And then like they imply like they're together or whatever, and they're trying to just like hide from something. And then it's like, oh, so this game's basically saying Will.i.am is Nightcrawler's father for this X-Men universe.
Oh, instead of Azazel?
Yeah.
I just want to see the monsters. I can give a damn about the. This is one of those movies where like I can give a damn about the humans. Just show me the CG monsters and how well they put them in. And
Yeah.
Just like Sonic.
Her character gets isekai'd into Monster Hunter, and she was like a cop in the human world or something.
The Isekai fucking bleeds out into American cinema.
Mm-hmm.
For America, you just fall into a hole and you end up in another universe.
Look, man, isekais may be blowing up now to where they have their own category for the anime awards, but they've been here, and they're not moving anytime soon.
I like to posit Silent Hill 2 is an Isekai. Oh, if anything, all right, 1 and 2 is an Isekai. 3, it feels like Heather's already in it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that. 1, Harry just drives and he gets in a car accident. He gets isekai'd into Silent Hill. Same thing, I guess. It's literally the same thing, except without the car accident. Yeah, we've been here.
We've
This
been
has
here,
been
dude.
this has been a thing. Yeah.
Technically, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha. Hell, even technically Siren. We could stretch it as far as we want, man. Tower of God.
Oh my god, man.
Land of the Lost.
Yeah.
Land of the Lost.
Yup. Land of the Lost.
Land of the Lost, dude.
How
Counts.
far back are we gonna go, man?
One of the Power Rangers is technically an isekai. I think it's Space Force or Time Force.
Probably Time Force sounds probably better. I think Space Force, they were already in space, I think. Going to space is an isekai. NASA is just a government-funded isekai trip. All right, that's where I'm stopping.
17
Katy Perry
again.
Can isekai, so can I.
Yeah.
Shut the...
17.
Oh, fuck.
What is that one movie with Tom Hanks? Big?
Oh, yeah, Big.
That counts, right?
Yeah.
Big's an isekai.
Yeah, he's a kid that gets thrown into the adult world. Yeah. Guys, so I'm still not caught up to One Piece, but I think it's just fair. I don't know what's going on, but all I know is either the new chapter or the leaks for the new chapter is spawning all these memes of Vinsmoke Romeo, and I think that's very funny because I don't know who that is or what it is, but I've seen art of this character, and it's just some OC dude looking guy. It's very funny. And I saw a tweet earlier of like who wins the fight, Kaido's son, like before Yamato was revealed, or Vinsmoke Romeo, and it's like this is what I'm here for, dude.
So the newest chapter then, I guess, because
1154, I think. I think we should be past 1154.
He looks like
like this X post. Who the fuck is Vinsmoke Romeo, dog?
dude, he looks like he's from Baki. Like just the art style. I think he's actually from, I want to say, a one shot or like early concepts. That's what I've heard.
Dude, so was he like how invisible to Metal Gear Solid 5? Like people just fucking force his shit in and he's not real.
Well, no, it's I guess so, but like the meme's intentional. Like it's supposed to be a shit post and not to like trick people. Oh, I love accounts like this shit. Different generations of Yonko in One Piece. First generation, Joy Boy, Ryuma, Emu, Vinsmoke Romeo.
Yeah, it all makes sense. The God of the Sun. There are 3 different iterations of the God of the Sun, 3 different iterations of the God of the Sea, 3 different iterations of the God of the... What is it? God of the Earth?
It reminds me of when Kagurabachi came out, because it's only one image of this guy, and they're just throwing it everywhere. It's so funny.
That's a good That's a good comparison.
Oh, that's what it is. Kaido's fake son that people thought of. His name was Kaido. Yeah, what if Kaido fought Romeo? What would happen?
I'm not sure if I shared this with you guys last time. A while back, I had shared a page of a guy who was essentially making assets. He was making models of these like actual playable levels of different houses, and they would be like houses of like anime characters or of like movies and things like that. So for example, I found him after I saw that he was doing a model, or he made a level for Shin-chan's house. What really struck me as interesting was recently I had seen that there is a cleaning company named Kao, Kao. They had essentially made a game similar to what this guy had done. They released it on Steam, and the game is supposed to be a promotion basically for their own products. So they actually added assets in the game and then made the models for them all based off of their own actual products that you can buy in real life. And the whole point of the game is just for you to go around cleaning things. But it's a horror game, of course. So you're also still, obviously, trying to avoid the big bad monster or whatever, the whole aspect of just going around the house and cleaning without getting caught or killed. So the game is called Silent Cleaning. And again, it's totally free. You can get off of Steam. From my understanding, I believe that this had been somewhat successul.
Somewhat successful, you say?
Obviously, like a lot of people who ended up playing the game. And this is like a Japanese-centered product. So a lot of people who ended up playing the game would go out afterwards and end up buying their products for their houses. So you can imagine like a lot of content creators, especially in Japan, you know, sometimes they're not the best at taking care of their house, maybe in themselves, right? And so their house will go pretty much to shit, just like in the game here. I just thought it was pretty cool. It's a really interesting concept for you to just kind of do something similar to what that guy did on Instagram and just kind of make your own game. I was like, oh, cool, I might pick that up. I would be remiss if I said by the end of this I'm going to definitely put my money into buying any cleaning products straight from Japan. But, I mean, shit, if it works, it works. I won't complain. I haven't been playing too much games recently. I'm still reading The Beginning After the End. Getting closer. I'm on book 9. I think I was in the same place I was before last time because I didn't do too much reading this week. But I'm just kind of getting closer to the end, man. There's not really too much to update since I'm kind of... I know that you're also reading it, but you're not obviously where I'm at, so I don't really want to say too much about where it is. But it gets to a point where I feel like it's a good and bad thing. It's a good thing where you can get far enough into the story where you can kind of understand how the character thinks. Like, the character themselves, not really what the author is thinking or thinking of the character, but just the character themselves. Mm-hmm. Really, and just kind of try to sympathize or empathize with whatever they're fucking going through at the time. And then I also think it's a bad thing when you can see the way that things are playing out, right? Or the way that the story pans out. There are moments where I think to myself, like for the last book, for example, like book 8, there was a part that they kept kind of going back to, kind of back and forth, because it kind of splits between the main character perspective and then the perspective of like other people. But every now and then they would kind of circulate back to like a certain topic, and I'm just kind of like putting all the pieces together, and I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of already know what's going to happen later on in the end of the book. You know, lo and behold, you get there and it happens, and I'm just kind of like, you know, it would have been a really bigger... I feel like it's a bad thing because I feel like it would have been more impactful for me to not see it coming. But a good thing for me to know that I'm at least beyond understanding what's just happening, like at least where I think the story's going to go and how things are panning out. I don't want to ruin that for myself, though. I don't want to just like think ahead all the way to the ending, you know? So I'm kind of like just doing it in parts where I feel like the book is kind of boring. Mm-hmm. That's kind of where I'm just kind of like, all right, I know what's going to happen in this part, you know? Versus like all the other parts that are happening, like the parts that I want to see, like the action parts or basically just whatever's going on with the main character, because everything else is secondary to me. But that's pretty much where I'm at.
Yeah, I feel that. I ended up picking back up Beginning After the End as like my my second book that I'll read. So I'm not like as intent on finishing it anytime soon, but like I'll read it like at home and stuff. I'm like halfway through book 5. Yeah, I feel that. It's just this book is all but training, and that's it. So it's like, I mean, yeah, like there's cool stuff being talked about with like the magic system and all that, but that's kind of really it.
Yeah, book 5 is probably the boring one out of all of them, because at least with book 6, I think by the end of that book, the plot finally starts moving a bit towards the war, and then just from there things start getting a bit better. I like where it's at, and I like where it's going. From time to time, I keep having to remind myself that this is also a webtoon. When I think about the webtoon at whatever point I'm at in the book, and I'm like, I wonder how this is going to translate when they get to this part, if they get to this part. I try to remember a lot of things from the beginning of the book too, because I don't think that they did a really good job of kind of really capturing the seriousness, like I want to say like. If you compare the webtoon to the books, to the light novels, they definitely censor a lot. Like, it's not as adult as it should be, as adult as art is, you know? And it's just like, that's kind of too bad, because there are a lot of parts, especially later on in the book, where you're just like, oh, they're obviously gonna censor this. In just what way, I don't know, but it's not gonna be the same. It's not gonna be good. It definitely takes away from what's going on.
Yeah, I was going like back and forth on both of them. I was just kind of skimming the webtoon after I finished the book, and like would just stop where the book left off just to see like the art and stuff, because like I like the art for the webtoon. But yeah, just definitely different angles and attitudes that like I don't know who the artist is going with. like Arthur more or less acts the same, but there is enough differences to notice like, oh yeah, this is just not a one-to-one adaptation. And that's the same thing with Dungeon Crawler Carl. I haven't gotten back since I last talked about it for the webtoon. It's so fast-paced and different. It's just like, I don't know, it's not the same. And I think that's kind of unfortunate because like that's the key parts for Carl in that series is like his calculating thought process and like a bunch of other stuff and like how his character is, and it's just not there. But it does look nice, and he definitely looks more like an anime character than just some dude from Seattle.
He's just a little bit more than Now you say Seattle, and the first thing that throws me is what's his name? Delvin from Second Son.
Oh yeah,
Delvin, right?
No,
yeah,
not
that's what I think of.
I don't think it's Delvin. It's something close to that.
What's this guy's name? Delson. Hell yeah, 24-year-old Troy Baker. Fuck yeah, dude.
That was Troy Baker? You know what?
Yeah.
I can hear it now. Yeah.
We talked about it very briefly, but I don't know if either one of us ever played it. They added a DLC for this game, and it came out like, I think it was like fucking 10 years after the game came out. And it was like a free DLC.
It's not real DLC. No, all it was is they finally uploaded like the pre-order stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was nothing worth re-downloading the game to play. Yeah, it was just very strange that it got something new after all that time.
Oh, okay. You just do a couple missions, and the only thing that you get is Cole's jacket.
That's the cool part, I guess, is doing those missions. You just get some info about Cole, and it's like that's kind of nice. But
yeah, that's cool, I guess. Wasn't he like a vampire, or like by the end of the DLC for Infamous 2, he's a vampire?
Infamous 2 had a DLC called Festival of Blood, I think, and yeah, you're a vampire. So, before we get out of here, of course, we do have some emails. Might have mentioned that before on the show. But yeah, unversedpodcast@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, we'll bring them up on the show here. And we got it from the boy Mark, so thank you as always. And he starts it off with saying, he's a big fan of the Mario and Luigi games, but he didn't buy the new one because it's approximately 50 to 60 hours long, I guess. And he says he doesn't mind long games. It was different developers, blah, 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 and all that. And also that's a big length for like that kind of game, I guess. So he asked, like, how long is too long for you? And his other example was he was playing FF13. He was like 20 hours in, and he kind of stopped because there was like so many side quests, and he didn't want to keep going through all that and try to go back into the main story and then go back to the side quest stuff, and like almost bloated in a sense, like for the hours you're going to invest in that game. That's valid. Like I've said before, that's why I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon Zero Dawn yet, because I know they're long games, and I don't know if I really want to invest all that time right now. Death Stranding 2 being a different case, of course.
Of course.
But yeah, definitely games can be a little off-putting for that. And I get the side quest thing. Like when I played Rise of the Tomb Raider, they threw a lot of side quests in there because there was like a little main hub area with a bunch of NPCs that you got to talk to. And at a certain point, the first time playing, I just like, wait, what was even happening in the main story? Fuck this. I'm just going to stop playing.
I was actually asking myself the same question the other day. Why do people play like the smaller amount of games and the games that have a smaller like hour completion? And it made me realize that like, yeah, you kind of want to go through different, there's like maybe two types of gamers. The ones that just want to sit around and just play something, complete it, and move on to the next. And then other ones who are actually invested in the story. And no matter how long it is, you kind of want to check it out. Maybe like 80 hours, 60 to 80 hours would probably be too long to play something. Especially something that's like so loaded, like he said with Final Fantasy, with like a bunch of side quests and stuff like that. But I guess it really depends like how big of a fan you are of like a bunch of different factors, like who made the game, what production company is it, what kind of game it is, I'm gonna say Clair Obscur, for example. If you're not a fan of RPGs, but you're a fan of the story, you'll probably still play for the story. Like I've been watching somebody play it on YouTube. They are not a fan of RPGs at all, but they genuinely love the story and love how the characters interact with each other. I don't know. It goes back to that saying, like, if you enjoy your time wasted, it's not wasted time. So it can be like 60 to 80 hours, but not feel like that at all if you're genuinely invested. But I do get it though. Like if I hadn't played so much Metal Gear back in the day, I'd probably be more hesitant to have played Death Stranding and along with Death Stranding 2. Speaking of that, like Metal Gear Delta is how long?
I saw that Charlie beat the game in 13 hours.
Yeah, 11 and a half hours. Yeah, but it's Charlie. He fucking just fucks around. Delta is like a good time to play. 21 hours to obtain 100% if you know what you're doing. Yeah, side quests can be pretty daunting, especially like if there's a lot of walking. Fast travel is minimal. Especially nowadays with the age I am, I'm more prone to play the longer games if I know they're made by a good company and if they're like well regarded within different gamers, which is why I say like watch playthroughs of people you enjoy watching because they'll give in some input that you actually like.
Yes.
If you actually do want to play the game.
I'll agree with a lot of things that you said, honest. I definitely think that there are, for me, I think it comes down to like, I think how entertaining a gameplay loop can be. Like if we're just talking about games on one aspect of things, like Final Fantasy is like a good example, but I also think that Final Fantasy is pretty linear. For example, they don't really have a new game plus. Not all of them do at least. But there are games where you're just kind of like, man, like this was fun the first time around, but I don't know if it's worth any value of me doing it again or a second time. Like I think it was a fun game for me, but my main example of this would be Black Myth Wukong. Like the game is really fun. I really enjoy it, and I think it's worth going through once. But the loop for that game, just like all the other Souls games, is that obviously you beat the game and the game immediately starts over just with like a higher tier of difficulty, right? And of course you're still like going around, getting all the collectibles and just kind of pretty much tidying up whatever you need to do to get your platinum. And that's fine. But at the same time, like in my example, like in my case, I was going through my second run in that game. And then at some point I made a mistake on the 4th chapter. And because of that, I now have to do the game a 3rd time if I want to plat the game.
Oof.
And I just feel like I said, the game is fun, but it's not going to be fun enough for me to go through a whole 3rd time around just to get this one thing that I missed in order to get the trophy. And I feel like there was a point in time in my life where I would do that. Like I would put in that time and I would just spend however much time I needed to do just to get that one trophy. And that's all said and done. But I feel like these days, I don't really want to waste my time like that anymore. I'm not in a position where I'm just going to literally sit down somewhere for 8 hours or more and just play the fucking game until I get what I need to get done. At that point, it's just fucking work for me. And that just kind of defeats the purpose. So at least in my case, like that's an example of how like it's just too long for me. It's too much. Right? And I don't know if that's exactly the same thing. Because for me, like I said, it's just kind of like a gameplay loop thing more than how much time it's already taking to get something done.
Yeah, because like if a gameplay loop's not satisfying and the game's like maybe a 5-hour game, it's still not going to be enjoyable. And my end, I'm correlated to films like I don't care how long a film is, as long as that film is good, right? If it doesn't feel like a 4-hour film and it was fantastic, yeah, I'll watch it. Heck yeah. But if it's like an 80-minute movie and you can feel every minute of it, that's a bad movie.
Now that you bring that up, and I guess in the only aspect I can think about, I don't know if you remember a show called The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. I think that they made more than one series of the show, but I think it was the original series that I'm thinking about. In one of the seasons for that show, they had 8 episodes that were pretty much identical to each other. All 8 episodes, you would basically watch the same thing happen over and over and over and over again with only like 1 to 2 differences. It has a name they have a name for this. It's called like the Endless 8 or something like that. I got through 7 out of 8 of those episodes before I finally like stopped watching it and actually had the brain fart to be like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like I just thought I was getting scammed because like back in the day you had to stream episodes online, and I just thought that literally I was watching the same episode over, like just somebody had messed up the links or something like that, you know, and I was just like, I was just so utterly confused that I actually sat down and I put the energy to watch 7 out of 8 of those episodes just for me to find out that was actually intentional. And I'm like, who would watch that? Who would watch that?
Yeah, exactly.
Some bullshit.
I'll extend this to even to manga, man. Like there was a good amount of slice of life that I was enjoying reading, and then, you know, once you get past like 150, 200, you know, you just keep getting higher and higher in those chapter counts, and I'm like, this is a lot, bro. Like
Yeah.
and like this reading loop isn't changing. Like, I don't know, man.
Like, I only got so much brain power, buddy. I don't know if I want to put this towards you. I really do feel that, though. I really do feel the fuck out of that. I feel like there are just some things, like maybe a story or an idea, just something that, you know, sounds tangible or cool to somebody that you really think about, and you're just like, that just sounds totally fucking stupid. Like, I wouldn't want to waste my time on that.
Mm-hmm. So right on, man. Thank you for the email. Good stuff. And with that, we could get out of here. The page I want to highlight today in this episode is one ZachX.gif on Instagram. I just like this page because it's pure aesthetics and like aura forming, and it's just the way he does it. An example, like one of his latest ones, is Tupac Shakur as Trunks, just in the hyperbolic time chamber, and then there's like scenes of him fighting Mecha Frieza, but Frieza's like something else. Oh, and Kobe's Vegeta. You know, he likes to do a lot of these character face replacements, basically. The music he picks is always pretty good, too.
Dude, it was a Taking Back Sunday on that one. You just... I think they're flying along the Halo.
Is that it? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, there's one of like Timothy Chalamet as Cloud with a cigarette in his mouth, wearing like an Akira shirt and stuff. Like,
what was that? Tupac as Guts, and then
yeah.
he was gonna fight one of the God Hand. I forgot who that was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's like Jay-Z. It's one of the
that one.
Yeah, it's freaking awesome, and it's all like low poly type of aesthetic. That's just, you know, it's very nostalgic and just it's so easy to make it look cool. Yeah, like Yeruto and Tupakashi. And they're just hanging out.
Yeah, whatever meme is big in the zeitgeist, he'll throw on. Like, there's a bunch of Sopranos stuff in here.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Soprano is laying down on the grass. Tony Ikari.
And like, there's one like it's Hugh Jackman wearing Snake's bandana, smoking a cigarette. He's got the Wolverine claws, and he's holding the Dragon Slayer with the Berserker armor, and it's just rotating in this like rocky island with electrical cables just like around, and it's just titled "For Loco Deleting Spot." Just an Alice in Chains song playing. Like, this is awesome. Hashtag MeCore. Hashtag hell yeah.
Keanu as Shadow.
Yes.
And Sydney Sweeney as Maria, while Evo 1 and 2 are fighting in the background. Yeah, this is peak right here. This is us core.
Yeah, this is what's in the mind of a middle school boy. Like,
keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god, wait a minute. Is that Ocelot? Hold on.
I think it is.
Cody Rhodes is Ocelot. And Raiden and Liquid Snake. Oh my god. Yeah, he just knows who to pick, man.
Yeah, so yeah, check him out. I'll have a link in the description.
Nintendo 64 style graphics are so good.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for listening, and we're going to talk to you on the next episode.
Tune in next week when we talk about the optimal way to farm super samples.